Hello. So what everybody was watching all day today, the Orange Man going into get arrested, arraigned, fingerprinted, a lot of the stuff. Why did they spend all day there? you, you saw him for 2 seconds before he went in the building. Not sure if you saw him when he was going out. And then somebody had a drone following the plane at the airport, which I think is illegal. I'm assuming it was a drone. As far as I know, the only one who can fly is Superman. Or Supergirl. Unassisted, that is, because of course Iron Man can fly. And that Falcon guy too. But anyway, why waste so much time and resources? He flew in to New York, flew right back to Florida. And they're going to spend the next couple of days. Oh my God, sorry. Picking through all this paperwork. For what? Seriously. For what? There is a definite difference between blue-collar crime and white-collar crime. And the people that say, well, he deserves to be prosecuted just like somebody else gets... For what? Armed robbery? Sorry, there's a difference. This whole thing, I don't understand how they're charging him. And they're talking about paperwork. So, who in their right mind thinks he actually filled out this paperwork? Or prepared it? Of course he didn't. This guy has been getting by on his con man tactics his entire life. He's not that smart. Actually, there are some things that he would talk about and say, well, that doesn't make any sense. I always go back to the insulin. When he would say, why is a drug that's around for over 100 years, more expensive than it was when it was actually created? And he's the one that brought up the price you brought. The current administration is, of course, claiming credit for that, but nobody ever brought that up before. Why is something that's 100 years old cost more than it did when it was created? And it is something that people can't live without. I can't live without. But I don't know, getting back to the thing. I'd like to know the process. Sorry, keep going. Of how this paperwork was created. And I mean, does he sign it at the end? Does somebody else do it? Why is he the only one that's getting prosecuted for this? He didn't sit there like on a Friday afternoon after school and fill out all this paperwork. Somebody else did it. Somebody else would be told to do it, but somebody else did it. So I don't get this. I don't get this whole garbage anyway. And when are they going to start using that lady's government name? Right? I don't think she was born Stormy. But even the media just keeps on going, porn star, porn actress, Well, we know that's the thing, but she isn't really the point. It's the paperwork, it's the point. But she's got to make her money off of it too, I guess. Anybody else that he paid. Why are people so sure they actually did it anyway? I mean, dude's 77 now. I mean, how old was he when he supposedly did this anyway? I don't know. It's just so gross. It's so gross. And all these people with money do these payoffs apparently all the time, but I just still don't get why all this media, even Channel 5 sent somebody there, just stand in the street all day long and see his hand wave. And then he was gone again. Does anybody ever truly look at like their wallet before they start doing things? No, media doesn't. It's at the end when they realize they're gonna fire 5,000 people or something. And what the hell's going on with McDonald's? They told everybody stay home for the day. Is McDonald's in money trouble? I mean, come on. I know KFC's got the double down, but I don't think it's cost them McDonald's. You know what I hate when people started calling it Mickey D's? No, no. I don't know. I don't know. I don't stand outside fast food places and count the people that go in, but I want to mention again Romanza Pizza. Really, really good food. It's on Washington Street in Quincy. And they've been there for a long time. The good food. They deliver. Romanza Pizza. It's good. It's good anyway. So, had a CAT scan today so they can take a look inside of me. This machine looks like a donut. So, it's easy to do, but I don't know. I'm not leaving the house, sorry, Karen. I'm not leaving the house. So we go Friday, we go to the cruise. I'm not going to be around anybody, breathe anybody's nasty air. You know, I mean, you sick, stay home. Stay home, will you? There was a guy that had to bring his daughter in, so apparently he didn't have any child care or something. I don't know. I was looking at the age and I'm like, he might have left me home at that age. But anyway, she's hacking in her mask, and then the father starts coughing into his mask. It's like, oh, thank you. Just contaminate all that air over there that I have to walk through in a few minutes. Because you get your expensive masks, and I only get the ones that I procure from Dana-Farber. When I leave, I walk by and I just grab a fistful of them. So anyway. Wish they still gave out those little bottles, the hand sanitizer. That would be cool, but anyway. Remember when there was a shortage and we were wearing socks over our face? Oh, that was just me. That was just me. Going on a Roach Brothers, one of my socks tied around my head. I think I got a picture of that somewhere. I don't know. I think I do. Anyway, took that. I just want to get on this boat. Oh, so bad. I just want to get on the boat. All I'm going to do is sit in the room and go eat. Sit in the room, go eat. Sit in the room, go eat. I'm not even sure if I should go to any of the shows. I don't know. Trying to read some of my medical test result things, and can they just write something in English for once? Can they just really just say this is good, this is bad? They're looking at something in my genes now and DNA markers and all this other crap, and oh god. I think what it said was that I have a predilection, something in me that when I'm at risk for infection might help get an infection, or it's not help get an infection, because I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure it out at all, I mean, I remember going years, I never had the flu, I never had a cold, people around me always hacking and everything, and thought I was, I thought I had something in the magic blood or something, whatever. But the problem is when I do get something, it's usually pretty bad, pretty worse. And I don't mean man flu either. Oh, God. Can't do something about this reflection. The glasses. Beard's growing out pretty thick, but it's weird. The hair is almost completely white now, even though the mustache is a little dark. And my squirrely things up here. So the back of my head's dark. My father would probably still ask me if I was dyeing my hair. Oh my God. Anyway. But the hair changed. It's really soft now. So I don't know if I'm going to keep this all the way to Christmas. If I did, oh my God, it would be like out to here like this. But I don't know. This feels kind of nice, not wiry or anything. No, I could shave it October and then have a nice full one for Christmas anyway. I'm always on about Christmas because I worked in retail most of my life, of one form or another. And it didn't matter whether you were in the clothes business or if you were in the liquor business. Christmas sucked. Christmas sucked for you if you worked. Didn't matter. Oh, geez. So for years, I just hated it coming. And then when it finally ended, I said, you know what? I'm going to enjoy this for once. You know, I got into watching The Christmas Story, the marathon, which I watch and record at the same time. I don't know why I record it when, like, you know, an hour later, it's starting up again on the other state. It's on 2 stations. But I don't know. It's just what I do. I'm building a Christmas village for my mother, for her. And I've already picked up a few pretty cool things, you know. So she just asked how big a table she should get. I mean, I don't think I'm going to build her as big as one as that I make every year, but you never know with me. I get carried away. I go down to the Goodwill, and I just see what's it. All year round, they have different Christmas things. And, I mean, I got stuff for my next village. And one's a train station where it actually lights up and makes sounds. You know, I can't remember. I can see the other one from here. It's in the corner, but I'm not sure if that does anything or not. But anyway, probably going to put in videos one of my Easter things that I bought. You know, we're going to be way. We did our Easter yesterday. Ken got me all kinds of peanut butter candies. I love peanut butter. I got that big jar that we're probably going to have a ceremony and open it tomorrow because I used off the last of the one. This jar is huge. Close to my favorite food, I guess, is peanut butter. Close to, and I like mashed potatoes. I really don't have meat favorites. It's funny. When I was a little kid, I really didn't enjoy eating meat. But they said I needed it to build up my iron, but I never did. And then as an adult, there was the only thing I really enjoyed was going to Hilltop and getting their filet mignon. And I enjoyed that. But I honestly don't really enjoy meat that much, you know? If it has to have a flavor that completely takes away the fact that it's meat for me. You know, I don't know, it's weird. I never really thought about it before. I remember we used to have roast beef. Hot dogs one night. I'm trying to think of what we had. We'd have pork chops occasionally. I know it was the same menu every night. Funny, right now I can't remember what it is. I'll probably remember in a little while, but yeah, again, I just really didn't enjoy. I did like Thanksgiving turkey. I did like that, but we had so many people ended up coming over. You had to get your food in. You had to get your food in there, and you weren't getting anything else. You know, we probably had 6 different kinds of vegetables. You know, oh, I got a story for Thanksgiving. I don't think it's old yet. So my mother had this antique platter that had a turkey on it. And I guess she said it was her grandmother's. So we had this red ladder that was only like 3 feet high, you know, like a step ladder kind of thing, and it folded. And I don't know why, since we had a kitchen table, that my father had to carve the turkey on this red step ladder. The table was right there. I mean, he could have done it on the washing machine. But every year he insisted, and every year they would say, or my mother would say, if you break that platter, I'm going to kill you. And my father would come back with, I'm not going to. And after many, many, many years, I will never forget the sound. I think it was in the parlor. And the platter fell off the step ladder, and it broke. It was probably 100 years old at the time. Oh my God, the words that were exchanged after that. Oh, yeah. My father was very obstinate. But again, when I think back, the washing machine, the dryer, the kitchen table, the couch, he could have carved it on the couch. You got to understand this platter was probably 2.5 feet long by like a foot wide. So, big platter. But the step stool was like 6 inches by 4 inches by, tiny little top of thing. And I used to watch him sometimes as he was carving. I remember when he got the electric knife. Oh, he was so happy for the electric knife. But all that did was make the platter vibrate, And I would just sit there and go, do I want to be here if he breaks this? No, I don't want to be here. I do not want to be here when he breaks this. Because occasionally I've been the victim of somebody else's, swings and misses and clocks me in the back of the head. But anyway, my parents didn't hit us. So we didn't. Well, my mother occasionally would chase us. She usually didn't catch me. But then she wised up and she started using the yardstick, which is, I would jump on top of my bunk bed and go all the way up against the wall. She couldn't reach me, except with the 3-foot stick. I guess my bed was probably just under 3 feet or something. Anyway, she'd get you with that metal tip because I couldn't keep my mouth shut. John used to just giggle all the time. Oh, what happened to him? He was just this little round ball of pork and French fries. And he giggled a lot. And he talked in his sleep all the time. And I'll give you an example. He said, yeah, I'll have some more French fries. And he'd make eating sounds. He just talked in his sleep all the time. He was a really deep sleeper because he would fall asleep at 6 o'clock and wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Funny thing, who else does that? My daughter, Amy. The first night she came home from the hospital, 6 to 6 a.m., and she probably still sleeps like that, but it's funny how things crisscross in the family, Crisscross. I don't know, I started talking about the Orange Man and started talking about other stuff, but, if I was him, I would just, take all my money, put it in a suitcase, and go live somewhere else. And just say, I'm not coming back. Go somewhere where they can't extradite him. Why is he going to go through this stuff? What is he going to go through? Because in his mind, in his used car salesman mind, he believes that he's going to win, I guess. I don't know. We have an ex-president who's delusional. We have a current president that I don't think he knows what year it is. The shit he still keeps coming out with. I don't know. There has to be other people out there that can do that job and not be buffoons doing it. Not being idiots doing it. Not just do the job. For Christ's sakes, just do the job. You know who was nice and quiet at that was Gerald Ford, but he didn't get to get elected. But I think he was the one that came up with the buttons, the win buttons, whip inflation now. honest to God, you know, whatever the economy is, when you get elected, you just get dumped into it. You have nothing to do with it, and you're not going to fix it. Nobody ever has. Um, you just get dropped into it, or if something tragic happens and everybody loses their shit. And, the stock market, which controls this country, you know, goes down the toilet. I know it's all so stupid. Just with like a nice, quiet 4 years of presidency and a, a big flock of ducks, I'm assuming, down there. Anyway, it would be nice and quiet. Wouldn't it be nice? Like wouldn't it be nice if older, then we wouldn't have to wait so long. And it'd be nice to together. Oh, my voice is so croaky. Not that it's a delicious sounding one when it's not under the effects of toxic chemicals. I don't know. I think I've run out of things to say. Probably going to have another peanut butter and jelly sandwich for supper because I'm really not in the mood for anything else. I'm not in the mood for anything. Really. But got plenty of milk, got plenty of bread. Gonna crack that peanut butter jar open. I'll video for you because I know you've all been waiting weeks and weeks and weeks to see that big humongous jar of peanut butter get cracked open. I know one particular person has been waiting. And you know who you are. You know who you are. Battery power 15%. All right. Well, everybody be safe, take care, carry on.